Hello my friends, welcome back to Saska channel. Today we're gonna show you how the Viessmann switching module 5550 works and how it is integrated in my basic Semafore circuit. If you have any questions, please do not forget to write them down in the comment section and I will answer them right away.
Hello my friends, so we're back here. I'm gonna show you what I'm using. I'm just going to give you a simple explanation on how this one is used with the Semafore is used. Okay, so as you can see, I have my lighting system on my Semafore, which has green, red and yellow light. All right, and you have a cable for each light. Red light, red cable; green light, green cable; yellow light, yellow cable; and you have of course the neutral or the common cable. Okay, and then you have this switching system. Switching box, which is composed of 4 different switches, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and you can use them as the instruction says. Very simple. These instructions are pretty good. I recommend you to read them before you install them if you are a rookie or beginner like me in this type of hobby. However, if you are experienced, of course you don't know to even watch this video. Anyway, so in here, according to this drawing, you can see you have 4 inputs for the 4 switches, 4 inputs, and each switch has 2 outputs. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 switches, 2 outputs is 8 outputs. So one switch has 8 outputs and 1 input each. So in the box, you can use it as a normal switching system. So you can have 4 inputs, and then you can control different circuits in here. All right. And the other thing you have to realize, you have red box and green box in each switch. That means that when you activate or press it down, switch it down to the red box, that means that it will feed the red circle in here. When you place the direction onto the green box will feed the green output or the green circle here. Same in each of the circuits, same in each of the switches, sorry. All right, so what happens when you have a Semafore like this with red and green light? So you have 2 lights, of course, and at the same time you want to control the electricity on the track. So you want to use this to stop a train, right? So in this case, to do that, you need you need 2 switches for that. And this box comes with this little plastic leverage over here, and you connect it together so you can actually use 2 switches at the same time. Okay, why do you need 2 switches? Okay, because it's very simple. Okay, here you're gonna have the input from the transformer. Okay, one thing before we start. You don't need the same transformer to feed the tracks and the switching circuits. You can have 2 transformers. That was my first question, my first doubt. So in my system, I have a transformer, one single transformer. Well, I have 2 transformers, right? That one feeds the tracks, and another that feeds the second track and the auxiliary systems, like the switching box. Okay, so in this case, you have the input from the auxiliary to feed up the switching things. You put it in here in the second place, or you can put it in the first, but I chose to put it in the second. So you'll have an input coming in here to control the Semafore. Okay, so when the Semafore, how you connect the Semafore? Of course, you have 2 lights, and of course you have 2 outputs here. You have the output red, so that normally goes to the red light. So I'll connect that to the red light here. And then when you press it up, it will go to the green output. So what I do is the transformer will feed the green output. So of course it's natural that if you put it here into the green output. So now if you just want to use the Semafore for whatever fun, just here you'll bring it down, switch it down. That will turn on the red light. You change it to up, it will feed the green light, no problem. So the Semafore will work. Now, how do we connect this to the track so it controls the track? So as I said, we'll put this together This leverage will connect. And then here is the trick. Okay, this is very simple. Okay, it might be confusing for the beginners, but it's very simple. So the first thing you need to do to your track is just you have to spot a place where you're gonna cut your track to make that track controlled by the semaphore, by the lighting system. Okay, so if you can see, in my drawing, in my tracks, I cut, well, not cut, but I separated, I isolated one piece of track in between these two arrows. Well, how do I do that? So the electricity comes here through the normal, electricity. Here I made a cut and I place a plastic tab or a plastic joint that joins these tracks together. And then here I'll do the same. So I put two plastic places in here. So okay, so as you can see, you make the cut and isolate this piece of track. Now the input to this part, this is the trick, the input to this part, to this switch, has to come from the track. So you take a cable, you connect the track here before this cut and after this cut, see? And you make a cable and you connect it to B, to A here, to the first switch. So the electricity coming from the second transformer, or from the other transformer that feeds the tracks. So this electricity comes over here, pop, and you place it here. So the electricity coming from the tracks comes over here. All right, and then the output, A that will feed this track, that will make on or off this track. Imagine this is the connector. Okay, where do you connect it to? You don't connect it. You connect it to the green of this first circuit, or the first switch. You connect it here. Okay. Bear in mind this is the yellow light, but that will be a different cable. Don't connect the yellow light of the semaphore here. I'll show you on the tracks. So you will connect the output of this switch, which is the green, into A. Okay. So what would happen when you have the switch down? As we said, you have feeding the cables feeding the inputs from the transformer and from the tracks will be given to the red circle, right? This will feed the red circle. So the red circle will feed what? The red light, and the red square here will feed the red is there anything on the circle here and this output? No, so will not go anywhere. The electricity will go nowhere. Okay, now what that means that the light here will be red. Here, let me put the semaphore here. That the light will be red, and then this will not be powered. This part of the track will not be powered because, as I said, the output of the first switch, which is connected to the input of the tracks, the electricity coming from the tracks, goes nowhere. So the train will come over here and it will stop in this part. Make sure that this part is big enough for the locomotive to fit, because mine are very simple, but they have two set of wheels, right? So the first set of wheels come over here, it will go to the dead part, it will not take any electricity, but the second set of wheel it does, so the locomotive will keep going. So it will keep going until both sets of wheels are in the dead track, inside the dead track. So here the locomotive will stop. Okay, so it stops. So what happens if you want to power that engine and keep going, right? So you turn the switch up, all right, and then what will happen? That the red squares will be active. So in here, what happens to the semaphore? Since the red square is active, it'll feed the red circle. What do we have to connect to the red circle? We have the green light. So the green light of the semaphore will turn on. And then what happens to the tracks? Since the green square will feed the green square, the green circle, it will come out here, which is connected to A. So this part of the track, now the electricity coming from the track, it'll be connected here as well. So here comes out and it'll be live. This part of the track will be live. So what happens? Very simple. The train that is here will be powered, can be powered, and then you can actually start the train and move it. Fantastic. That's a simple idea. Very simple idea. So it's very simple connection. It might be confusing at the beginning, but once you understand the basics, once you understand here, everything to control one semaphore, to control one semaphore that is connected, that you want to connect to the trucks, you need two switches. So this box will be able to connect two semaphores connected to the trucks. Okay, and then you will need this leverage or whatever you want to put it, so they will act together. So one semaphore, when you press it down, the red squares will be active. These inputs will be connected here, so the red square will feed the red circles. So here and the down position, the red light is on, and the electricity coming from the truck goes to the red circle, which is nothing connected to it, so the truck is dead. Go up, green squares will feed the green squares, the green circles. So that means that the green square here, the green circle here, feeds the green light, and the green square will feed the green circle, this output which is connected, sorry, I just came out, it will connect to the A, so the truck will be alive. All right, so very simple. So let's show this into the trucks. Okay, show you how I connected in my trucks and make a test for you to see. All right, guys.